Now, I can imagine that Simon, that those that were with Simon, that they were hesitant and obeying the word, that they were hesitant and doing what Jesus had asked, but they willingly and quickly obeyed Jesus. Now, think about this. Can you trust God if he tells you to do something or to repeat something that you're already doing? If he says to pray, if God tells you to repeat something that you have already done and that you feel has not gotten you any results, that has not gotten you to a place of what you may consider success, what you may consider victory, can you trust God enough to repeat something that you have done? If he asks you to do something that you've already done before, can you trust him and repeat it with doing it? Now, this is something that we need to be mindful of and that we need to consider, because if we're honest, many of us are in the place now where we have been doing the same thing over and over again, but we have not come to the results that we are looking for. And now we find ourselves tired and weary, as the disciples did, fishing all night, tired and weary of doing the same thing, but not seeing the results that we're looking for. But here Jesus comes in the midst of their weariness, in the midst of them being tired, and says, go back out, cast down your nets again for a catch. Now, the call of God on your life will require a transformation in your mind. We cannot think, we cannot act the same way and expect different results. Why? Because we're not God. God is the only one who has the authority and who has the power to repeat something and get different results. But in order for us to be committed to the call of God, our minds must be transformed. Now, Romans 12 lets us know that we got to be transformed by the renewing of our minds, which lets us know that this is a personal choice that we must make to be changed in our minds. God's not going to come down and change our mind for us, but he's given us the command to do it ourselves. So in order to be committed to the call, your mind must be changed. Now, when you have a new mind, the new mind will result in a new life. Now, if you can win the battle in your mind, you'll be able to win the battle of life. Why? Because you'll have the mind of Christ. You'll be able to see your life, your current situations, the call of God. You'll be able to see it through his eyes and not your eyes. You'll be able to understand it the way that he has purposed and designed it from the beginning, and not how you currently see it. Now, Simon, he spoke to Jesus, and I'm going to paraphrase, and he said, look, Jesus, we've been doing this all night, but because you said do it again, we're going to do it again. Now, he could have responded and said, look, we're pros at this. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this. This is how we make our living. This is how we survive. But yet he was quick to obey Jesus, and he did what he commanded him to do. Now, we must be quick to obey even when it does not make sense. I'm here to let you know that the call of God will not always make sense to you. The call of God will not always make sense to you. You will not be able to understand in your finite mind everything that God is doing, why he's doing it, the reasoning in which and why he's allowing things to happen the way that they are happening. But we must be committed to quick obedience. Someone write in the chat, I'm committed to obeying God quickly. Yes, I admit that I've done things my way. I admit that I have approach the call of God with my mindset, with me trying to figure it out and understand it all, but I am dedicated, I am committed to obeying God quickly, because when we obey him quickly, we will see results that are greater than what we can see, what we can understand, and what we can know.